I
though.
gotta,
So
I gotta get, I gotta.
All right, so we have just started, fellas. I know we starting what a minute early here, but we can go ahead and get it started. How's everybody doing? I am. Yeah, I'm just making sure that I get everything together here. I'm gonna stop messing with stuff. All right, but I'm Roscoe, and this is my panel. I have Silk with us. I have my man Peeps with us. I got OG Zoe with us, and we just gonna have a loose conversation today, fellas, about alphas and betas. I know it's something that's talked about a lot nowadays, just in general terms and relationship terms. And I just wanted to have that discussion with y'all and kind of get y'all's opinions about what that means to y'all. And Zoe, I guess we can go with you first. I just want to, I'm putting you on the spot, brother.
good.
Yeah, no, but just just in general terms though, what does like alpha and beta, when you hear those terms, what does that mean to you?
I mean, alpha is the leader. Uh, the beta is not less important. It there's certain roles that things need to take place in order for things to work functionally. That's just how I see it. I mean, basically the alpha would be the person that goes out and gets everything, and the beta would basically the hunter, or I mean the gatherer. Stay home, keep it down, or just keeps it down. Like it's I don't know. I mean, I think we have a lot of misconceptions about how alphas and betas work. I think a lot of people think like an alpha has to be chauvinistic, and it doesn't really have to be that way. You can hold your own, and just, I mean, it's just knowing what you stand for and standing for it. Like you're not going to let anybody run over you. You don't need the reassurance that a beta would need. You know, you have thick skin.
I like that. What about you, Peeps?
Just almost piggybacking off of what Zoe said. You think about it in almost like a military standpoint. Alpha would be, your commander. You know what I'm saying? Your lieutenant colonels, your 5-star generals, and that's fine and that's dandy. Yeah, those are the guys who get all of the press because they're the ones with the bells and whistles and the rank. But it's the grunts, it's the niggas that's got their boots on the ground that really do matter. And are they betas because they're the nameless? No, it's all a part of one big machine. And I think in society, in relationships, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have an alpha and a beta. You know what I'm saying? Now, which gender falls underneath that? Well, I know we're going to get to that eventually.
Right.
But you need that. You need that balance. And that's what it's all about, is finding that balance, because everybody can't be a beta. Somebody's going to have to step up and take control of the situation, and somebody's going to have to go and do the dirty work. So that's what means to me.
Silk, Silk, what you got?
Um, man, I'm a little. I agree to a certain extent. Now, I think that um, all alphas used to be betas, right? So there's a commonality in the betaism.
Mhm.
All right, it's when you step beyond that and take more of a leadership role in your life, in your family, work, whatever you do, is that's when you change from being a beta to an alpha. I don't classify the beta and the alpha as a male and a female gender. I look at it more like, let's say, a Batman and a Robin type situation. Not Nightwing, Robin. You know what I'm saying? Nightwing was an alpha, because he said, hey, I was a beta for so long until I grew up. Now I need to be in control of my life. I take off. I want my own personality. I want my own identity. That's what alphas do. Now, Robin stayed a beta under Batman as a sidekick. So in my eyes, betas end up, when a beta don't step forth and be an alpha, he ends up being a sidekick, a loyal sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has a chance to become an alpha. Everybody has a chance. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't take that chance, then you're stuck in a beta. You know, and then that's just like the icing of that topic with me as far as what I consider alpha and beta. You know, yes, it's I agree with you guys. Yes, it's the the head, the lead, the general, that. But all generals, like I said, all generals were privates. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? All commanders were once privates. So you can't become an alpha and get a fucking big head now that you're an alpha and shit on the betas because that's what you used to be.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
just how I
this
feel.
see this is my thing. And I agree with y'all for the most part. There's a little variation in there for me only because I think the whole alpha beta thing can be situational. And when I say that, that means that I think that there's moments where a so-called alpha um, either has to or will take a beta's position, if you will, and vice versa for the beta, where he'll have moments where he gets to take charges, he or she rather gets to take charge of the situation. So when I say situational, that's what I mean. I don't really I don't really prescribe to the theory that that a person can be all of one thing. So alpha in particular, would that be saying that somebody that people consider strong, a leader and all that, doesn't have moments where they do have to take the play the second tier or play the background, if you will, or take lead from other people, if you will. So we know that in life that these things are happening. You know what I mean? There's not a situation where even the people at the top, we have the boss of bosses who are out here who at some point and at some level they have to answer to somebody, whether it's the board or whether it's their consumer base, whatever it is. So yeah, no, I just think it's situational when I think about that. But I want to switch it up now to relationship terms. And now, Zoe, when we talk about as far as relationships go, how would you view that whole dynamic?
I would say, I mean, it's not even basically who would be. I mean, I guess it would be seen from somebody on the outside of what I'm saying would see it as me saying that it would be who wears the pants in the relationship.
Mhm.
Um, if your girl can do stuff that you can't do, you're probably a beta. Like if she can go out with her friends, but you can't go out with yours, you're a beta. If you need to answer the phone every time she calls because she calls, you're a beta. I mean, I mean that's just what it is, and we've strayed away from that. We put we put it on a pedestal so much that I don't know. I mean, there's more betas around here than anything now. It's just what it is. But I don't know. I think that I mean it doesn't have to be like just like I run this shit. Like we run it together. But maybe I have the final say or I have the last word, so to speak. Like, well, we can work together. I mean, there's I mean, look at a lot of our grandparents were together for what 40, 50 years. I mean, it works. So I don't know. It's just you have to find a woman that's able to follow through with that. And right now, there's more women betas than there are male beta, or there's more women alphas than there are males.
What you think about
And
that, Beeps? No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Zoe. I didn't know
oh
you
no,
had.
I'm just saying and it doesn't have to like I'm not saying every woman has to be a beta. I'm not saying that, but there has to be some type of structure to your relationship if you want it to work. You have to be honest. You have to be respectful. I'm not saying like count out all the basic things. I'm just saying in general, you have to have somebody to work for or work with, because a business doesn't work if there's no manager. Then all the employees are running around doing whatever they want. So you got to kind of look at it in that kind of concept. And I'll let somebody else speak now.
What about you, Peeps? What you got?
I forgot exactly. Believe it was you, Roscoe, who said things are situational.
Right.
And for me personally, I think it's probably a situational type thing. Say, for instance, we're out just with one scenario and something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, somebody cuts off my kid's mom or something like that while we're driving.
Right.
She's got that I'm going to fuck you up type mentality. And me, I'm more laid back, like, nah, that's not necessarily a situation that we have to always respond to.
Right.
And you would think that would be flipped around, that I would be the most aggressive and trying to always look for the smoke, but it's not. It's not that situation. I'm more or less calculating, sitting back, watching, analyzing. Then we can go ahead and approach a situation if it's necessary.
Right.
So I believe that a lot of times it's situational. And here's another situation. Say, for instance, we're out eating. Most dudes, we just want our fucking food and we can smash, move along. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit here and say, well, why is these pickles on here? Woo this, woo that. For the most part, we just want our food and go.
Right.
My kid's mom, she's going to be like, no, she's going to go up there and complain and let you know how she feels about it and probably get a free meal out of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's always a situational type thing where, you know, somebody does need to take the lead and somebody just needs to keep the cool head. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be able to analyze situations properly. Something goes down, there's a fight going down, guess who's taking that L? It's me. Your job is to go back home to the kids. That's the way I always looked at it. That's the way I always view it. Ever got to throw hands? You go home to the kids, I'll take care of the rest. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I have to take that alpha role for that particular situation.
Right.
But if there's pickles on my food, I'm not worried about that, but she'll definitely take that battle. But it's situational.
What you got, Silk?
Me personally, bro, I'm gonna paint a picture real quick. Let's say we're lions and lionesses, as far as the relationship situation. No alpha male lion is with a beta female lion. All female lions that's with an alpha lion are alpha females. You see what I'm saying? Because she's the alpha because she controls all the other females. She take care of all of the other kids. You know what I'm saying? She's the queen of that kingdom. So I get what everybody's saying about, you know, maybe the man's the alpha, the female's the beta. That's not how it should be. When you equally yoked, you get what I'm saying? An alpha male needs to be with an alpha female. Now, that female has to be a beta to that man. You feel what I'm saying? Because two alphas, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a power struggle. You see what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of the relationships now are, power struggles, where a female don't want to relinquish any type of control of submissiveness to what she don't respect. You see what I'm saying? So as men, we can be alphas, and we can, like I said, every alpha has been a beta. So let's not act like we don't know what the fuck beta feels like. You get what I'm saying? Everybody in here know what beta feel like before they boss the fuck up.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
But you're supposed to move forward and never look back. I mean, so it's like once you evolve, yeah, you might know where that other person's coming from, but you're not supposed to give them any pity because nobody gave you pity to be where you are.
No, I said nothing about pity, brother. No pity.
No, but I'm saying, well, not pity, but I mean, Because if you're
You
saying
make it easier
y-
as far as a
no,
man and a female.
no,
Are
no,
you talking
because
about male to male or female male to female?
well, I'm just speaking off the one part that you just said when you said that what did you say now? Fuck, you got me off.
Look at you. You always
um,
forget this shit.
yeah, no,
Mhm.
you said okay, because you were like beta and female. The female has to be an alpha, but the beta does. They have to be a beta to that male, and then
All
you
the time.
said, okay, hold on, I'm trying to spark up what I'm.
This the
Go
thing
ahead.
for me. This is why I don't like labels. Is because the labeling is what has it puts everybody in a tizzy. You know what I
The
mean?
mislabeling.
Yeah, no, I mean just labeling period. Because
Oh,
if you take away the labels and then people just responded accordingly, according to just given the situations like if we talking in terms of man and woman, we know that there are certain times where the man is going to take the forefront, and other times where the woman is going to take the forefront. So
right.
it just depends on, and when the situation pops up, who's the strongest in said area.
Area. Right.
But see,
Right.
and see,
That's. Go ahead.
So no,
well, I just remembered what I was gonna say to
go
you
ahead.
about because you said don't let's stop acting like we all haven't been betas before, which
Right.
I kind of don't agree on.
Man,
But
you've been
I
a
can
beta
see
before, my nigga.
I can see
Cut it
no
out,
no
bro.
no yeah no
Cut it out, bro.
and that's what I'm saying.
Cut
I
it
can
out, bro.
see
Cut it
what
out,
you're
bro.
saying,
Cut it out. You was 13,
but
12,
just
13, 14, 15.
but
You ain't
that's what I'm
had no
saying.
ass.
Just
You was
because
trying to
No,
holler at
but see,
all the
that's
chicks in your
different.
world.
That's different
No,
though.
bro.
but
That's growing up. We all been betas
no
No,
before,
but
bro.
I'm saying
that's
you
what I'm
still
saying.
under
If you let me
somebody
finish what I'm
else's rule,
saying,
kind of.
if you let me finish what I'm
Huh?
saying, that's if
No,
you
go
let me
ahead,
finish
Joe.
what
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying, I
Let him
was
Okay.
saying I don't almost agree with it, but I can see where you get it from because I can see that back in the day before I knew anything about the stuff, I probably was. And that's what I was gonna say. But that's all I
Okay.
was saying
Okay.
was to
Okay.
the fact that you just said that we've all been betas, that we should look back and what like
No.
what should we do? Make it easier for
No. Who the fuck said something about making it easier? I
well
didn't say
then why
nothing
do
about
we
make. I
then
just
why do we
said
have to
recognize.
remember
No.
why we've been betas though?
Why you have to
Why?
remember? Yeah, I'm explaining
Yeah,
it right
why?
now. Why you have to remember why you used to be a beta is because if you don't remember you used to be a beta and you think you an alpha, you're gonna really find out that you just a proud ass beta.
I mean,
You
that
see what
could
I'm
be the
saying?
truth. That could be the truth.
You see what I'm
Because
saying? Because
yeah.
if you don't
I
know how
could
to differentiate the two, the mannerisms and all of the characteristics that come with being both, you'll never know when you leveled up. Leveling up in anything you're trying to do, be it minuscule or big, is what makes an alpha.
But
You see
see,
what I'm saying?
this
but
my
you guys
thing.
really think that
Why couldn't we just name that just natural evolution as opposed
yeah,
to
I say it is growing,
going
yeah.
from one label to
It
the
is
next?
maturing.
And I want to give
I get
Peeps
it.
a chance to chime in and say what he got to say. But yeah, no, I just think if we took away the labels from all of this shit, then that would take away a lot of the angst from these relationships, and even just whether we talking man on man in your work environment, like the tension would be taken
I
away from
agree.
these situations if we stop thinking in terms of uh I'm the boss and you're the subordinate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
just
it
do
should
what's
never
right
be
for the
like that though.
situation.
I mean, it should never be like that in a relationship though. It should never be like that out blatant where it's like I'm your superior, you listen to me. Cause then that's some chauvinistic shit. That's some real yeah. But I mean, it should be, and that's what I was saying. I don't want to cut off Peeps, but like what you guys were saying, it's situational. I don't think it's really situational. I think that's why like every yin has its yang. So whatever I can't do and my strengths ain't, that's where you come in. It has nothing to do with being a beta or alpha in the situations because that's just how we work as a relationship. Like Peep said, his is almost reversed. Like she'll go off on it at a
Damn, my
restaurant and then he'll lay
internet
back.
is
So
tripping.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's really a
What the
situational where
fuck,
alpha and
bro?
beta. I think that's just how your guys' relationship work because every yin has its yang. That's just she covers your weaknesses and you cover hers. So that's why you guys mold as one.
Oh,
No, it's funny when I actually want to ask peeps a question about this, because this made me think about something that I'm actually gonna do. We're gonna do another show about this and get more in depth about this, but it just made me think about just like how women, they jump wild in a lot of these situations, and it just makes me think about like when women talk about being protected in this world and looking for a man to protect them. And I just I think it's crazy, because I think a lot of these chicks, they are starting a lot of craziness, that a lot of unnecessary craziness out here, that they just want to have a man to be able to bag up and clean up this crazy shit. So I just want to ask you peeps, man, do you think that that's a valid thing or a good thing for women to kind of have this role or take that role in relationships, if you will, if that makes any sense?
I mean, if it brings balance to whatever relationship they're in, then it's all the better for it. But because there are some women out here that are just born leaders. You know what I'm saying? They have a insight. You know what I'm saying, and able to articulate and do things like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you start going on to looking for the smoke, now that's a whole nother story. And I think a lot of the times, because us as males, we all have that gene in us that don't cross the line, don't collect $200. You know what I'm saying? You do that, you're gonna get smacked in your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? And with females, because they are more of a sociable animal, it is a lot more of this. You can only do this so much with a man, and before you either get one of these or one of these. You know what I'm saying? Right. With females, it's a lot of this. And we all know that. No disrespect to the ladies, but y'all know y'all be doing a lot of talking and talking about people behind their back and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that and looking for the smoke, it gets a bit hairy with that. But if you know your girl and you know your guy ladies, and you know that person isn't strong in that area, like a lot like how Zoe said, it's about balance. It's about finding that equilibrium amongst each other, because we're all looking for our other half. Let's be real with it. I know it's sappy to say that, but we're all looking for that other half. We're all looking for somebody to help balance each other out. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's what you're looking for, but you have to be able to submit. Going back to what Silk said, you have to be able to submit yourself to the idea of giving that energy up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's equivalent exchange. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's about finding that balance, man. But be careful of the smoke.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, I don't want us to, continue, on about this forever, but I do want to get like all of y'all's last thoughts just about this overall, because again, my whole thought process just goes back to, just once you take the labels away, it just won't have to think about all this alpha beta talk, you just respond to the situation accordingly. But that's just me. But Silk, what's your last thoughts about this though? I don't know. It's it.
I go back. No, I just finally unmuted myself. I'm gonna go back. The reason I started off using the lions, because there's no labels, right? It's just a natural situation where the male lion protects, defends, you know what I'm saying, the pride. The female goes out, hunts, kills. You know what I'm saying? Most animals are not even in it. Most animals in the Sahara, in the jungle, whatever, not even afraid of the male lion like that. You know what I'm saying? They afraid of him, but they like, okay, I just bet not get in his vicinity. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to be bothered, right? You know what I mean? But the female, they go, oh, she's coming to eat. She's coming to kill. She's coming to feed. So that's where there's no labels. They're both alphas as far as what I was speaking about. And to translate that over into a human perspective is just, um, like I said, a lot of people think they're alphas, but they're not. And unfortunately, there's too many generations of single parent households where the children don't get to see a male in control of a domicile, a male figure giving out orders that the female, alpha female of the house respects.
In
You
a
get what I'm
non-toxic
saying?
way. In
In
a
a non
non-toxic way.
toxic way,
Yeah.
in order to instill those values on their cubs.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying it is. It's not an alpha. It's the labels, like you say, Sco. Because if we look at nature, the nature of life is if money wasn't involved in anything, the man would definitely have to fight, know how to shoot, know how to kill to protect his family. The female, while he's out there protecting the territory and the perimeter, she got to be cooking. She got to be taking care of the kids. She got to be, doing everything like that on the in-house. So if women don't want to take them type of roles in the worst case scenario, that's where you get a lot of females like, well, shit, I'm the man. I could take care of myself because you seen your mama take care of herself. You don't understand the logic of not having to do that yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like people were saying about the emotional logic, men are logical because we know we will kill each other. You step on my shoes, I will kill you. You see what I'm saying? For the least amount of things, we will kill each other. So we think logically not to die. Women are taught that men ain't supposed to lay hands on you, no matter what you do. You can stab him in his chest, he better not hit you back. You see what I'm saying? So they are more reckless with their responses. They're taught because they'll get told. You see it all the time. A female haul off and hit a dude 5-6 times, and then once he push her, she calling the police. You see what I'm saying? Because it's that
Yeah, as soon
it's
as
just
you
what they've been
react,
taught, man. It's sad that it's
it is
like that.
sad.
You know what I'm saying? And it's daddy issues. A lot of female ain't for the letter, man. I ain't had my daddy in my life. How dare I'ma listen to a nigga tell me anything? You know what I'm saying? It's a whole like I said. If you want to look at the blame, you can blame the beta males.
We just
You can label them and blame beta males. You know
we
what
need
I'm saying?
counseling as a people. That's what we really need. But Zoe,
Yeah,
what
because
you got though?
what I mean, just touching on what he said, I mean that is where we do need to start the shit is at home. I mean, at least you don't have to be together to raise your kids. I mean, especially now. I mean, we've proven that people can go to school and work from home. So why can't you? I mean, you can see your kid even if it's on a video screen. I mean, take care of them, talk to them. It's talking to the kids and getting to know the kids while they're growing up is that's what needs to be done. Everybody throws money and whatever at kids and thinks, oh, I'm the great father. But I mean, when you actually have conversations with your kids, when you teach them things, when you spend time with them. I mean, my son always wants to spend time with me, and it's crazy because it's like it's fun because he's at that perfect age, and it's like I don't see how people can, and the only reason why I can see that people can and not blame them is when they have a baby mom or even a baby father in some examples that just don't let them see the kid because of their reasons with the relationship. So and that's where you may have seen two alphas colliding because nobody wants to give up the power struggle. But I mean, it's kind of like faith, man. You just have to take the leap, show your vulnerability, and you know it'll work out. It always should if you have your heart in the right place.
What's your final words, peeps?
Moral of the story: know your role and know your worth. That's it.
I like that. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. that was some good stuff though. And again, man, my thing is, we do live in a society that's kind of built on classism, so amongst other things. But that's the reason why you'll have, these atmospheres where it's built off of this dichotomy that breaks down from, the top to the bottom, and somebody's got to be here and somebody's got to be at the bottom. And, I hate that we're resigned as a society to that kind of thought process, but I mean, it is what it is, but like Peep said, just knowing your worth and understanding, how you should move in certain situations is really the thing I think you should take from this. There's times where you're going to need to step back, times where you're going to need to step to the forefront. So you may need to be an alpha in a particular situation and maybe a beta in another situation. So that's just my whole thought. Even though I don't subscribe to all that alpha beta bullshit, it's just bullshit to me. But I'll let y'all talk about that in the comments. By the way, like, comment, subscribe, to this and other shows that we'll end up putting out in the future. Also go over to my guy, Silk and the Guys. He puts out his shows on Sundays, usually around 5:30-ish, I believe. Am I right? Yeah, so make sure
Yes,
that y'all
sir.
go over to Silk and the Guys, check him out.
Shit, you be over there anyway.
Yeah, no, I'll be there, more than likely. So, but yeah, no, like I said, come over here, come fuck with us. We'll be talking about a lot of stuff. We not just gonna keep it heavy. We gonna try to entertain and keep it light too. So just come check us out, man, in the future. But otherwise, man, I think we said it all, and I guess we'll catch y'all later. See y'all. All right, let me stop that.